Mary is a real actress and she's a real star.
She's a real actress.
Listen, at the end of the day, listen, I'm not finna go back and forth with Tony. Because you know what, Tony, I don't know, he get a hard on for Janet Jackson.
I sure did. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to our channel.
Hey, what's going on? What it do, what it do, what it do, what it is. Hey.
So as you guys see, we got all of this good crab and corn. Just a simple, well, we got king crab legs and we just got regular crabs and we got some corn down here.
Right.
So at the title of the video, you guys know we're doing a mukbang, king crab leg mukbang.
Talking about our good homegirl, Mary J Blige, as she celebrate her documentary, the 25th anniversary of My Life, right?
Right.
So we're going to discuss that, and I know y'all seen that documentary. It was so powerful.
Right.
I love MJB, the queen of, what is her title? Hip hop, R&B? The queen of hip hop and R&B. That's the title, right?
And you love her. You love her, but don't know the title.
I do love her, but I love her too, though. This is the queen to me, but Mary J Blige is the queen. I will give her that. But Aaliyah, rest in peace, yes, I love her. So,
I'm gonna be nice.
he mad because ain't nobody bringing up Janet Jackson in this dialogue, but who cares? So what's up? So by you watching the documentary, what did you get from it?
It was nice. I think it was well told. I wish that it was a little longer. But
Charlamagne and God, I was watching The Breakfast Club, and he said the same thing. He said that he wished it was longer.
yeah, I wish it was longer. I mean, I think that it told the specific story of my life, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I think it was entertaining.
Yeah.
I think
Did it make you cry?
you know,
He said it made him. Charlamagne, the guy, said it made him cry.
he didn't make me cry. This girl on Facebook, well, a couple people on Facebook that I know said it made them cry, but it didn't make me cry.
And usually you cry for a lot of stuff.
But I didn't shed not one tear. Sorry. But no, I think it was a really good, I think it was a really great docu. Docu what? What do they call it?
A documentary.
Documentary. I think it was what I wish, like, when it started off and it was playing the My Life music and you can hear the acapella version of it. I love that. I love that My Life song. You know, My Life song is everything. I was a teenager when My Life,
That album came out.
yeah, I was a teenager. So, early teens. So for me, you know, that's you know, when you're a teenager, you're young, impressionable, you really don't know too much about life.
You think you know, but
You think you know, but you know, you just,
you got no idea.
you have no idea. Nothing.
So for y'all that watching and that's familiar with My Life album, what's one of y'all favorite songs off that album? I know for me, it's a couple. She got some bops on there, and I like how she discussed the sophomore jinx. When an artist releases a debut album, then they got to follow up with a second album, and the sophomore jinx is what's gonna take them out or whatever.
Right.
But that album, that was her sophomore album. It didn't. She proved them wrong, pretty much.
Oh, absolutely.
She proved them wrong.
The sophomore jinx is real though. But I think a lot of people, you know, surpass that. Sophomore jinx. You know, when what's the 411 hit? I was in middle school. So what's the 411, man? I remember when that hit. I got me a tape. Well, the same story the guy tells in the documentary when back then people put the speakers in the window and everybody in the neighborhood listened to it. That's really real. That happened in my hood. And that's how you heard it. You know?
So that's how you was able to hear her first album?
And watching videos and listening to radio, because I told you I was very musically inclined as a kid. So, you know, it was all of that for me. My first introduction to Mary. And but my favorite song off of what? My Life or what? What's the 411?
My Life.
My Life is one of the favorites, and You Gotta Believe. There's so many of them though. There's so many of them. I mean, Mary's catalog is like undeniable. But what I wish that is, they would have told a more in-depth story. Like, I wish we would have saw like behind the scenes of like the footage when she was recording each song. I think they should have like told more.
They probably didn't have that footage back then.
You don't think so?
Because I'm pretty sure she would have disclosed it or shown that. She probably didn't have that footage. But she had the guy, one of the producers that was working on the second album, that album. He was on there and they was talking. And he actually cried. She cried. They both cried. He was like, you know, when you was making this album, we both was going through some stuff. She was a young girl too, though.
Yeah, I was 20.
Yeah. So he was crying. They was crying.
So you don't think? I'm sorry, y'all. This was good. So you don't think that they had footage of it? That's why they didn't show it, or do you think that she didn't want it to be shown?
If she had footage, I'm pretty sure she would have shown it. I mean, she opening up, she letting us in. So I'm pretty sure if she had the footage, she would have showed it.
You know what was surprising to me is that I've never seen like rare footage of Mary. When they showed the part where she was singing Congratulations, that was my first time ever seeing any rare footage or like home videos of her prior to her becoming Mary J Blige. You feel what I'm saying?
She a pretty private artist though.
Right.
And you also heard that she mentioned when she first came out, when she did interviews, she didn't want to smile or nothing like that because she didn't want to seem weak or whatever. You remember?
She said it in the doc.
In the documentary, she said she didn't want to smile or nothing like that.
Oh yeah, I remember her saying it when they first moved to the hood and stuff like that, being bullied and stuff.
Not
when she was talking to her young.
when she transitioned into the entertainment industry. Because where she came from was rough.
Right.
And she felt like being in the entertainment industry, she did not want to seem like a target. She didn't want to smile. She didn't want to give no type of emotion for people to just, as she said, pull the rug up under your feet. So she was very guarded. But
I mean, she didn't trust nobody.
yeah, she did. I mean, look where she come from. She come from the projects in Yonkers, she said.
Like a lot of us do.
Yeah, she said when they first moved there, they had to fight people.
Alright. Did you have to fight when you first moved, when y'all was in the project?
Who was in the projects?
Yeah.
Who was in the projects?
Yeah.
Tony be trying.
I mean, we all come from the projects. I come from too. You know, just because we lived in the projects, and I'll say it again, that doesn't mean we look like the projects. Now, that is my reality.
Okay.
always tell people
we
that.
said in the project, but no, I didn't have to fight.
You didn't. I'm surprised. You was playing with Barbie dolls.
That's why I didn't have to fight, because I was playing with Barbie dolls.
I would think you would have to fight because you were playing with him.
Well, if it pays you to think, that's something different. But no.
You know. But back to the doc. When she was talking about when she was talking about how when she first met Andre Harrell and he came to the projects,
She said
he
she
was
was
dressed.
dressed on
He was dressed in these Gucci loafers and these white pants and this.
cheetah print shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
And he sat down with her mother and her sister talking about she gonna be a star. And I could just imagine, like, you know, growing up in the hood, and if that was my reality, someone come tell my parents, well, Calvin Lucille, your son got the star potential. We're gonna make him a star. I wouldn't have believed it either. I don't believe y'all going some damn way. But
But that just goes to show that you have to be in tune with yourself, because sometimes we don't see the potential that we have, but other people on the outside, they can see that. And that was her whole thing. Like, she didn't know her value, but other people on the exterior knew, girl, you can sing, like, you gonna be, he said, you are going to sing amongst kings and queens. That wasn't verbatim, but pretty much that's what he said.
right.
To the mother and the sister. But she didn't realize that. So you just have to be cognizant on your gift. You gotta know what your gift is. Like, and she didn't know what her gift was until he saw it and brought it to the forefront. Him and P. Diddy.
Right.
So I feel like we as black people,
She was insecure.
yeah, anybody, it ain't even a black and white thing, just people in general, we just have to know our value. We have to know our gifts. And once we identify our gifts, we just have to hone it, yeah. Tap into it.
Right.
Because like you said, if they would have come to Cherry Hill and said that to you, you would have been like, man, come on, get the fuck out of here. But that's something that you didn't recognize, but somebody on the outside recognized it.
Right. I mean, I knew I had talents, like I still do, but if somebody would have came to the hood and presented themselves to me and my family like that, I wouldn't have believed in either because of my surroundings, my environment. That doesn't happen. Like me, like it's like almost like winning the lottery. That don't happen to every single body. So, you know.
But you think somebody would literally come to the hood, whether it's Yonkers or Cherry Hill, to tell you you have something special?
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite sure. Ooh, look at all that. Look at all that. Look at all that, Troy. Look at all that. Look at that. I mean, I get the I know it can happen, but it just don't happen for a person that's like in the hood or that type of background. So for her saying like she didn't believe him, I can understand why.
But she did her part too, though. She made the tape. They sent it off. It got into the right hands, Andre Harrell, and he came and found him. So she did her part, you know what I'm saying?
But in creating
The demo tape.
demo tape,
She
So-
did her part.
that story about the demo tapes, which you can make them in the malls, that is so true.
Don't do that no more, dude.
No. You don't do it no more. And you can actually like go in there and record a song and pay for the song, pay for it, and actually lay the vocals down. I remember that when Mary's sister Latonya, her name Latonya. Latonya was talking about that. So,
and therefore, that's why Mary said that Anita Baker was her angel, because she sang in the Rapture on that demo. And because she did that, that was able to jumpstart her career. And that's why she always paid homage to Anita Baker. Because if it wasn't for Anita Baker, her singing that song,
Rapture.
And not saying that she would still be in the hood, but because she sung that song, that was able to get her and her family out the hood.
Right. So that Rapture song that she said she sung, Anita Baker. My whole entire, both sides of the family love themselves Anita Baker.
She one of the goals.
Right.
I don't think she get her due diligence. I don't think she get her flowers the way she should. But
Anita Baker. Yeah. But I can see, like, you know, why, like I said, why she would choose Anita Baker to sing that song. I mean, it was the late 80s, you know, or early 90s, I don't know. But my thing is, it's like, why they didn't show her, like, I wish they would have, like, showed more. Like, before she became Mary J Blige, she was singing background for Father MC.
she said that in the documentary, though.
She said that? I didn't hear that part.
She didn't expound on it.
Right,
She didn't really go into detail, but she did say that.
It's called My Life, and I know it was the 25th anniversary of the CD release of it, but we should sing more of her life. That's why I was saying I just wish it was a little longer, because Mary got like an incredible story.
And the extensive catalog, too.
Right. Like, if you do
But
for
this
me,
was,
I will do for... I don't know. People in this... I don't know. They might not even remember that song. It's by Father MC. And Mary J Blige was singing the background vocals. Go check it. Go look it up on YouTube. You'll see it. You know, when they was talking about her relationship with KC and how toxic and tumultuous it was and stuff like that. You know, that part was kind of, you know, that part was sad, especially when he was doing an interview with Jodeci, and he told the folks that he was not going to be, he wasn't engaged to Mary, or going to marry Mary.
that embarrassed her.
Right, that was really embarrassing. Like, for him, like, how dare you on national TV know we be fucking and then, you know, stuff like that. Now, we all know that they tell you when you in the limelight, you know, to say that you're single. And I think that's probably why he did that. Because people do want to feel like they got a chance with you. So I kind of understand why he did it.
But everybody knew what was going on with him and her.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. I love that song. With love for you is all that I have to do. I don't want to do anything else. Oh yeah. Oh baby.
This sauce that she made, what is this? That's good.
It tastes good. Thank you. It's my own personal Tony Carter sauce.
Okay, what's the Tony Carter sauce?
This is fried onions mixed with butter, some chicken broth, and barbecue sauce, and a little bit of seasoning.
It's good. I give them that. It's good. Mary, if you see this girl, I'm glad you are in a happy space. I'm glad that you are loving on you. I'm glad that you realize your worth. And that's something that we all need to do. Me, Tony, the viewers that's watching, we just have to realize our worth and love on ourselves, because Mary didn't, it's crazy because Mary didn't really know how much of an impact that she had with her music. And as artists, even with me and you, we are artists. Even though we don't sing, I can a little bit, but even though we don't sing, our content may help someone. You know, if you're going through a bad day and you come to Tony and TJ, and we just, even if we just put a smile on your face and make you laugh, we bring you out of something. Mary didn't realize and recognize her impact.
I understand that though.
Yeah.
Because you know why? I used to make the same jokes about Whitney Houston, not understanding who Whitney Houston was.
Yeah.
Because like
another one.
Yeah, we get up, we in this body, and we walk in this body and be with this body every single day, right? With that being said, we don't know that the impact that we have on other people's lives. And I can believe her saying that she was unaware of what her influence was, her impact was.
That's very understandable.
Right. Because you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know. You know, you don't know until somebody probably tell you. And even if someone explain it to you and tell you, you're still kind of like, what? Really? So it takes a person time to actually probably get there, to notice it, understand it. Did you get all the meat out of that? Huh?
Yeah.
I beg. Look at all this meat. I mean, you have to open it up though.
Tony loved me, y'all. But anyway, yeah. So Mary, she was very. She did not realize the power that she had through her music, and just watching the documentary, how the fans was coming up to her and telling her like, "You helped me. You was the soundtrack of my life. Like you helped me through so much stuff." And as an artist, we sometimes don't get and understand that.
Right.
And you know, I'm just glad that Mary see her value and know that she touched so many people with that album. She defeated the sophomore jinx with My Life. She defeated that. So
yeah, I mean, 'cause like you know, the first one was dope. The second one was just more impactful, I think.
But and also in the documentary, they also said that that was her life. She shed more of her life on that album,
Right.
versus the first one.
Right.
And Mary just came from a place of vulnerability. She just shed layers, and she just told us who she really was.
Right.
On the My Life
But you know
album.
what I don't like now is that we don't get that no more in music. No one wants to be or share their vulnerability side. And I know it's really hard for a person to actually be in that space and to talk about it. But I think
I feel as if, as an artist, you have to be vulnerable. You have to display and showcase who you are, what you've been through, so you can identify with your audience and people that's listening.
right.
I feel that Mary J Blige, I applaud her. She's doing her thing in acting. Of
You think
course.
so?
Yes. You don't like her in Power?
I mean,
Y'all don't like Mary in Power? Drop down in the comment section, let us know. I like Mary in Power. I don't think that's a far character for her to bring to life.
right. That's why I'm like, it's easy to do that. So is she really acting? That was my point. You just said
Yeah,
it.
she's acting.
I mean, she's
That's
really
not
close.
Mary J Blige. She's portraying.
But it's still similar to her own background, so it's easier for her to portray that versus a whole role that has nothing to do with who she really is. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but that's still acting.
Like I say, I've seen better. I mean, she
What
ain't
did
doing
Janet
nothing.
acting in?
She ain't doing nothing. You don't have to bring Janet in this.
No, I'm just asking.
Janet was in movies, and she wasn't on the
Okay,
TV show.
Mary J Blige, she was in
Okay.
movies and she's
What
in
movie
TV
she was been in?
shows. She's been in Tyler Perry movies. She's
I
been
never
in
seen her in
several.
Tyler Perry movie.
But that's because you was too busy sniffing under Janet ass.
Well, yeah.
And she was a
'Cause she's a real
and she was
star.
paying you dust.
She's a real actress.
Mary is
She's
a real actress, and she's a real star.
She's
too.
a real actress.
Listen, at the end of the day, listen, I'm not finna go back and forth with Tony. Because you know what, Tony, I don't know, he get a hard on for Janet Jackson.
I sure did.
She don't want him. She don't know he exists. At the end of the day, give me her flowers, and this is what it is.
How when you say, here you go, here you go, here you go.
This is not Jocelyn Hernandez. This is not Jocelyn Hernandez. So at the end of the day, check out the documentary. This food was amazing. I'm full. So with that being said, make sure that you like, comment,
subscribe, and share.
Yes.
And TJ and I will catch you guys on the next time around.
How you doing? All I really want is to be happy.
Oh no.
To find a love that's mine.
Ooh.
It would be so sweet.
It would be so sweet.
Hey.